So I'm with Warrick from Inventory Base, and I wanted to ask him how he's found working with us and the team, and why he looked at partnering with us in the first place. So Warrick, I'll hand over to you for your feedback.
Hi, so Inventory Base is a trading name of Radwed Limited, which is a software solutions provider for e-commerce, mainly in the prop tech industry. When I came on board as commercial marketing manager, we were looking at all of our revenue streams, all of our third-party agencies, and we wanted to streamline our effectiveness and basically bolster up our marketing activities and strategy to basically increase growth and revenue for the company for that particular year. When I was tasked to look into agencies, it was important for us to find the right agencies with the right demographics, the right reach, and the right kind of stats and response rates and click-throughs, etc., etc. When I did my investigations and research, I think Angel Media Group were very good because they had a whole portfolio of different segments, whether that be landlords, property managers, etc., etc. So for us, it was a great, first of all, tick the box for a revenue stream to go down to, if we wanted to target a specific campaign on X over Y, then we could do that through one of your channels. I think the flexibility that gave us a good partner in choice.
Awesome. So Warrick, I just want to ask how you found working with us in terms of the delivered results at your end, so that you can kind of give us some feedback.
Yeah, sure. So with how we work as a company, we don't do the typical normal of, we plan 3 months ahead in a marketing strategy, because sometimes with the way that our solutions and our features come out on our software, we're always developing. We're quite both reactive and proactive when it comes to developing our software. So, for us, we wanted to have a kind of a flexible approach to marketing and go down digital channels. And certainly you guys, Angel Media Group, enabled us to do that. And then rather than have a subscription-based model that we're committed to posting out, saying we wanted to actually utilize our resources and go, actually, we know that in, X month, we're releasing this feature, so there's post out and spend our marketing budget or efforts on this particular month rather than constant, the same thing. And we're very aware we live in a world where all contacts are bombarded by emails, sales, this, that, and the other. So one thing we don't want to do, and we've always been the same with internal email marketing, is we don't want to bombard customers or future customers with constant messages about how great we are. Our software speaks exactly for itself. So in terms of the deliverables that you guys gave to us, was very much the flexibility. The pricing was very competitive and very good within our budgets. And we, again, because of your target demographics and because of your different outlets, we were able to provide the right marketing messages to the right demographics, which actually gave us a fairly good return on investment. And when we placed out those adverts, we started to see through our UTM tracking and our admin reporting, we started to see results come through. And for us, it's that's what we want to see. Obviously it's return on investment, but the offer of flexibility to be able to post out when we want and work with you to get the best outcome.
And what was it like working with myself and the account manager Cameron at our end in terms of the sort of communication and them being in contact with you to get everything set up?
In terms of communication, I can't fault you guys. You are very on point, and you also keep help with the tracking and kind of promptness of, okay, we've got this deadline coming up, you guys are if you've got this coming and you're expecting that. So that's always a great help, that kind of a prompt, because sometimes where we're working on a million different things, it's not always easy to remember, despite us having marketing calendars and things in place to prompt us. That extra little touch of communication is always going to be benefit. And it's the same goes with added features, promotions, or we're doing this, or for us, we partnered with you guys for that reason, and also, because you've seen us be quite prominent in the market and what we do, not just as a sales software company, but also as a guidance and educational piece for the raising standards in the PropTech industry. You guys have started using our guidance notes and blogs and articles about the industry in your own kind of categories of your new segment of your guidance piece. And for us, that shows just a great strength and partnership, and also you see value in what we do as a business as much as we do the same for yourself. The only feedback that I have got criticism for, and this is very, very light because everything else has been swimmingly well, is just the functionality of I know Outlook's not the best of platforms to put out content through because it's very hit and miss. So when we ever code anything in an email to put out to you guys, when we send it through, sometimes there's a lot of not a lot, but there's some back and forth between getting a particular image correctly positioned, stretched, or things like that. So, and it's only on Outlooks, and we have to go through litmus sometimes to make sure that 100% the coding is perfect, that works on every single platform, every single outlet. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe the process for that could be slightly, I don't know, better, or somewhere where we can iron out any issues with emails, because once we've done with the email and we've built it and it's coded and it works from what we can see on every platform, it's sometimes a little bit time consuming when we have to go keep back and forth and changing and try and figure out where's that code that's messing up. And as far as we can see, it's worked. So apart from that, everything else is brilliant.
I get that, and I can understand where you're coming from with that, and I can understand, obviously, and appreciate you saying that. And I think unfortunately it's one of those things sometimes where you're putting something together and it just, for whatever reason, Outlook displays it to the left or whatever. But I do agree with you, maybe there is something that we can look at to help with that, whether it's that we could provide a litmus test back or whatever it is. So let me think on that, because obviously I want to, I take on board your feedback, and I want to be able to provide that if other customers feel that way. And I've got one last question for you, which is, if someone was looking to partner with us or our competitors, what advice could you give them?
I would say certainly research your demographic first of all. I mean, this is marketing 101, right? So know your product and who you're going to be marketing it to. I mean, obviously, Angel Media Group has multiple outlets for you to provide it, but understand what Angel Media do and what they can do for it, and at where your placement is best bet, and with the communication with the account managers and yourself, you can utilize that outlet. I think for other companies that are looking into investing in marketing, as long as you've got the right product for the right demographic and you've got the budget, do go ahead and use strategic marketing with partners like Angel Media Group, because they can give a good return on investment, and especially with the reporting that they provide with how well your for example, your e-shot has gone, then you can identify how best your return on investment has gone. Just keep making sure that all your UTMs and tracking is there to be able to track how successful your campaign has gone with them. But they've been great communication service, and it's been pretty fluid and flexible for us.
I really appreciate you taking the time out to do this for us, Warrick. And I appreciate your feedback, and thank you so much for doing this for us.
Yeah, cheers. All the best.